Good night, good morning, everyone, whatever you want to call it. It is 3 a.m. in the morning. I just got out the shower. I was in there for a good 2 hours about. I was really in the shower for only an hour, but I was in the bathroom for 2 hours. Fucking trying to use the bathroom, fucking nauseous as fuck, because I didn't drink any water yesterday. I'm dehydrated like a motherfucker. Cleaning out that garage for my neighbor not having groceries and stuff and all that other shit, which I don't like this situation I'm in at all right this moment. I'm not too happy. I'm very, very irritable right now. I don't have my hoodies to put on. I didn't have no towel to dry on. I just air dried. My hair is still soaked. It's just a lot. You know. I left the window open. It's cold outside. I don't have no hoodie to fucking put on. Which I want to open the door, and I know if I open that door, it's going to get cold real fast. So, which, this milk, I'm hoping is, yeah, I figured. I knew that was going to happen. No milk. That sink didn't hold the water, so all that milk Bill gave me, I drank most of it. Done. But I need coffee, so I'll deal with it. I can drink straight coffee. It doesn't bother me. I prefer not to if I'm at home and I can have access to milk. Which dry milk does not taste good in coffee. It's terrible. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. I know you're hungry, kitty. I know. I got you, girl. I knew to buy 3 cans, which most of it got wasted outside unless the cat ate it outside. I don't have nothing about dishes or nothing. This is crazy. I don't like this at all. I gotta get things figured out these next few days. I gotta get that truck running, man. I don't have contacts like I used to. And then the people that I do know that would help me, I don't want to associate with them anymore. I'm trying to move on, even though they're good people, they're not bad people, but they're not Jesus people. That's my problem is, everyone I know, right, ever since I've given myself to the Lord and I talk and preach Jesus every day, they don't like me no more. So they wouldn't even answer the phone anyways, even if I wanted their help. Because they're fake. They were never friends in the first place, because if they were, they would still be my friend. They would actually be interested in what it is that I know about Jesus and wondering why I fell in love with them, because they're my friend. That tells you that they were never my friend. I don't have friends, you hear me? There's no such thing as a friend. That's what people have problems with. They think they have friends. There's no such thing as a friend. There's not one word in the Bible. There's not one word in the Bible that says there's your friends. It says you're either with evil or you're with God's family. Oh, I know, girl. I know you're hungry. I know. I saved this one for you because you haven't had this yet. It's straight beef entree, which I already know is probably going to smell terrible as soon as I open it. Which, I did leave a bunch of shit in the to you. That's good. I got all these measuring spoons that I didn't grab. And I have a fork right here. That worked out. And grab everything. Oh, I know, baby. This stuff's terrible, man. Ooh. I don't know if I like it or not, but she doesn't seem picky. She can be, but for the most part, as long as it's wet food, she likes it. You gotta remember too, she's still growing. She was behind. She should be twice the size she is already, you know? Because she was premature. She was fucking left by mom ditched her. She was the biggest one though out of the whole litter. Yeah, I need coffee, dude. I want to smoke. I'm excited, dude, to have that weed. That weed my neighbor gave me across the street. Pretty good. It's got a mellow buzz. It mellows you out. I actually had to bring my bong in the bathroom when I was in the shower. My stomach, man, it's on fire. And my dumbass took some fucking naproxen yesterday, which every time, I even regret it. I know as soon as I take it, it's gonna be rough the next morning. But I'll justify taking it because my back is hurting and my knee is hurting so bad. And I was cleaning my neighbor's fucking garage out yesterday, which he has all my coffee filters too. So I'm gonna take this coffee filter. What I'm gonna do is let the beans go down there. I wanna rinse out the coffee filter. I'm gonna put it back in the coffee thing. It's just paper. Trust me, if the beans weren't so gritty, I would just drink the straight beans, which a lot of times this coffee filter does that. The beans go overflow in the coffee filter I have in there, and it ends up in the coffee pot anyways. Don't do that. There's this Chinese place that's called Chin's. It's on Plymouth between Inkster and Middlebelt. One of my friends, Alex, I had my own apartment at 15. And he had the connection, you know. I had all the people to sell to, and he had the connection. He had the plug. He was giving me quarter pounds for $300 a pop, $350 a pop. All right, that's less than $100. Listen, it's cheap back then, and it's really cheap for a quarter pound. You know, and I'll charge them $35 a quarter. You do the math. Sometimes $45. So he always used to take me to this Chinese place called Chin's. And they had the best coffee, man, the strongest coffee. And I always wondered why, you know. Well, he ended up getting a job there, washing dishes and shit in the back. And the reason why that coffee was like that, man, they had a cloth coffee filter. They never changed the coffee filter. The coffee filter was like 30 years old, man. They washed it out, you know, but it was cloth. They just never changed it. They wash it, keep it clean, rinse it out, you know, just like this. Every day, let it dry out, hang dry it, put it right back in there. They have the best coffee, man. I used to go in there and help them blow up buckets of rice. I mean, a lot of rice. That's all they did. That's all I would help them do. Is fill up buckets and fill it with rice and fill it with water, and the rice they let it sit for a day or two, because rice takes so long like if it's real rice, it takes long to cook. That's why they parboil it. You get that instant rice, which is no good for you anyways, because it takes all the vitamins out. So you let the rice sit in the water. Plus, you can ferment it and everything, make sake out of it, all types of stuff. I used to make spud juice all the time. Spud juice is easy to make. Alcohol is easy to make. All you need is orange juice and sugar and warm water. That's the best. So you don't really need warm water. You can do it in the cold. It'll just take longer and it won't taste good. It'll smell like dirty feet and shit. It'll smell like vinegar. But for the most part, you keep it warm. You just put orange juice, like orange juice concentrate, sugar, and just keep it warm. Within 5 days, 6 days, you're gonna have alcohol. It's gonna be strong enough to get you drunk too. If you're patient. Everybody's impatient. Nobody wants to wait long enough. You gotta be patient. But if you really, really want to cook it yourself, to make it, there's other ways to make it, obviously. You just need the acid and you need something that's acidic to eat up the sugar. Turn it, to convert it. Process it. Sugar is the alcohol. That's the sugars the sugar is what turns into alcohol. The sugar's in the orange juice. Sometimes there's enough sugar in the orange juice to just let the orange juice sit. If you let the orange juice sit long enough, the orange juice will have a high alcohol content. Which that's why I beat up my neighbor in prison. Because I gave him 4 20-ounce Mountain Dew bottles. I had 8 of them. I was selling them for $5 a pop in the joint. That was $40 I had right there, And God told me, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you're about to go home. You got 3 months left. You less than that. You already have your parole. Why are you making spud juice, He told me to get rid of it. And it's funny is, I got rid of it that day, and sure as shit, not only did I beat up my neighbor, and fuck is he owed me money, I ended up they ended up going through my room, everything. So, it's a good thing I had it gone. Alright, we're good. Coffee out. We have sugar, so that's the most important thing. This is going to be rough. I have no idea what's going to happen today. I don't know what we're doing or anything. I haven't looked at emails yet. I haven't done Facebook Marketplace. I doubt somebody's messaged me. I did get a lot of clicks yesterday, though. I went from 300 clicks yesterday to 800, 700, something like that. So a good 400 or 500 people, something like that, seen my shit. I got a couple saves and all that. Which I'm kind of upset that milk went bad, that water went down. I was so tired, dude. I had to pass out. I couldn't stay up any longer. I cleaned that man's garage next door, dude. It took all day. I can't believe I even made it to I can't believe I made it to fucking Wayne. Listen, Jesus is real, man. I have a relationship with him. He tells me when to do things. I fucking was walking with the bottles to go to the dollar store to take $2 back to the dollar store and hop on the bus. which I wouldn't have made it because I was trying to. I would have got all the way out there and I would have been late. I would have been like 10, 15 minutes late. I turned around, some just told me, which was Jesus. I always say that. It was Jesus. He told me to turn around. He said, turn around. That's what he said. And it was funny too because there was a black guy riding his bike with this kid on training wheels, and I turned around. I was like, fuck, man. I'm like, really, Dord? I'm like, I'm about to go. I just left the house. Like, why am I going back to the house? There's nothing there for me to get. They told me to turn around, go back to the house. Soon as I started fucking turning around, as soon as I turned around, who rolls right up? Bill. I was like, no fucking way. He was taking forever. That's why I left. I ended up getting back at 3. My doctor's closed at 4. I got there at fucking 3:50. They actually stayed. They stay there Monday, Tuesday. They don't close up till about 5. And they had 2 new patients there, so that's kind of why I got lucky. Like, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, the Lord does that shit all the time. He knew fucking I wasn't trying to make it all the way over there today, right now. I wanted to get it over with, which I was able to do so. I'm frustrated right now. I gotta find a job around here for a minute while I can side hustle, so I can at least try to find an efficiency home or some type of roommate. Or I don't really want a roommate. I can't do roommates. I have too much expensive things. I'm coming in and out. The only way I could do anything is if it's with a female. I can't be with men. It has to be a sophisticated female that has their shit together, that is willing to allow a real man that isn't fucking a slime ball or sleazy in their home for a minute. I'll help them out. I've done it many times. So that's kind of where I'm at right this moment. I'm probably going to end up in an efficiency apartment or something like that. Some type of motel deal. I find them all the time and work out of it. I got to get $2,000 up for that place if I want that place. And I got to go look at that boat. I might end up just getting on the boat. I don't know yet. There's so much going on. The best bet would be the boat. But if I get the boat now, I'd have to come up with money for a slip. Not only that, I only have a month and a half. I either got to make it down south, put all my stuff in the storage unit, and start heading south. I have enough time to get down there before the water gets too cold. If I decide to stay here, that boat can't stay in that water, and I don't have that type of money right this minute to pull the boat out. All that money I spend is going to be on equipment and stuff. I don't want to have to pay $5,000 for everything to come in and come out. It's too much. So, coffee's on. I'm going to upload this video. You log in my computer stuff. Get coffee going. We'll start working. Basically right now I gotta do field work. I gotta start accumulating resources. So this is what I want to show people, which I'm kind of getting thrown right into it, but that's how I handle things best anyways. That's why I'm a person that I improvise on the spot. I love planning far away for in long term, which I have been. This is why I'm rolling all this stuff out. I've had all the stuff I'm doing. I've been working on this stuff for over 15 years. Okay, it's going on 20 years now. So it's this. I have a lot of experience and know-how and what it is I'm doing and how to go about it. So this is why I'm sharing it with people. Because I see so many people lost, confused, and don't know how to do anything, really. They're fucking idiots, and because they don't want to learn. But those aren't the people I'm looking for. The people I'm looking for are the people that want to help themselves and have a relationship with themselves and with Jesus. Because he is real. He is. He's in fact real for sure. I never thought I'd be a Bible thumper or a Christ follower. I used to take that book and throw it. So, yeah, time for coffee. I need coffee bad. And I'm going to upload this. So I'll see you guys as soon as this uploads. I get everything kind of settled. I'm going to roll a doobie, those type of things. Which, there's a lighter down there. I was wondering what that lighter went. I'll see you guys soon.